Even though Dragon Ball Legends has been up for more than 7 years now, there's plenty of cards that it's still missing from its competitor. Cards that we might actually never see in Dragon Ball Legends, but would be just so cool to have. Like even as a Dokkan player, I would just love to see those cards get introduced into Dragon Ball Legends. So let's start with the Dragon Ball Heroes cards. There are so many cool Heroes characters that Dokkan managed to get before the license took a dive. Well, I don't know about the numbers, but you can tell me that those cool transformations convert enough money for heroes to stay alive. A Super Saiyan 4 Vegito would literally print money in Legends. So imagine what a Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito would do. Like banks would go bankrupt around the world, bro. That's just how hyped this would be. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of those Heroes cards that Dokkan got would sell even better in Legends. Like, not just the big fusions, but also the regular Super Saiyan 4s. Like, you can tell me that Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Bardock, and Broly wouldn't sell in Legends. And with how small the Super Saiyan 4 tag is in Legends, they could even release the Xeno Super Saiyan 4s as standalone cards, as well as their limit-breaking forms. Bro, Legends could be eaten for years with those cards. Like, bro, if you look at the Super Saiyan 4 tag in Legends and the equivalent category in Dokkan, it's like night and day. Dokkan has so many more Super Saiyan 4 characters, and that's mainly thanks to Heroes, so we can all agree that those cards need to come to Legends. And not just the Super Saiyan 4 transformations, the Super Saiyan 3 characters too. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Bardock, and Broly would make a killing in Legends. Even Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Gohan, and adult Gotenks. Like, it's just more units to fit that tag. Then we have the Transforming Super Saiyan 3 Rose Goku Black. Crazy to think that this is a unit in Dokkan, like a Super Saiyan 3 Rose that transforms into a full power Super Saiyan 3 Rose. Just such a cool card. And the crazy part is that in Dragon Ball Heroes, he goes from Super Saiyan Rose to Super Saiyan 2 Rose to then Super Saiyan 3 Rose. So he could have gotten even more transformations if Heroes was still a thing. There's also some pretty cool God Key Heroes units that Dokkan has, like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Berserk Controlled, which is essentially just Blue Vegeta taking control of his evil aura. Honestly, just a bunch of Heroes nonsense, but the form looks cool. Like, just look at that aura, like, it just looks so cool. Then we just have the regular Super Saiyan God Trunks, like a God Key Hybrid Saiyan unit. That would definitely be a first in Legends. And bro, the card just looks cool. Like, bro, those forms are just so sick. Like the Universe 3 powered absorb Blue Goku. Like, look at that. I genuinely have no idea how Goku got that form, or honestly whatever the hell that is, but it looks cool. So I would love to see that in Legends with like the 3D models and like all the aura, the things they could do. It could just look so sick. Then we have Super Saiyan 2 Trunks from Z. Like, I know Legends already has Super Saiyan 2 Trunks from Dragon Ball Super, but not from Z. And let's be honest, Z Trunks is just so much cooler than his Dragon Ball Super counterpart. Like, bro, just look at this drip. We also have the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock from Dragon Ball Xenoverse, I think. Like, he's not as hype as the other units we mentioned, but still a card that Legends could use. Now, I'm only mentioning him since we have him in Dokkan, but not in Legends, and it's Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Like, I don't know why they skipped the mini forms in Legends, but I know that dropping a card like that right now wouldn't be a great idea, since I've heard that the Daima tag is already pretty strong and also pretty annoying. But at some point in time, they'll definitely have to drop him in Legends, alongside Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, moving on to the fusion units. From the 3DS game Dragon Ball Fusions, Dokkan has Caroly, the fusion of Broly and Goku, Barlot, the fusion of Goku and Bardock, Whirus, the fusion of Whis and Beerus, and Celza, the fusion of Cell and Frieza. Except for Whirus, all of those units weren't really that impressive in Dokkan, but that could be different in Legends. I could really see Whirus or Celza being very annoying support type units in Legends, and like Caroly and Barlot just being offensive juggernauts. We also have the Dokkan What If characters from the story mode, like the What If Trunks and Broly for example. This would be a fire card in Legends, especially now that Legends has ground animations. Like, they could generally make like a faithful adaptation of their active skill on the ground and everything, and it could look so cool in Legends. I could definitely see it as like a revive animation or even a legendary finish. There's also the Exchange Frieza into Cooler card, which in Legends could be a tag unit, like what they did with Goku and Bardock. I'm sure at some point they'll do Frieza in Cooler, like surely. Now I'll end with the Arale units. I know those aren't really hype like at all, and outside of Arale, I genuinely have no idea who those other guys are. Like, I've never read Dr. Slump, but Arale did have multiple crossovers with Dragon Ball, so I think it would only be fair for at least Arale to have a card in Legends, even if it's just like a free play unit. Now, this is it for today's video. If I forgot a Dokkan card that you think should be in Legends, leave it in the comments down below, but I think I covered the big cards. But yeah, I know this video is very short, and like, I knew it would be, I just didn't think it would be that short. But if the next video is out by the time you're watching this one, it should pop up on your screen Dragon Ball Legends cards that we need in Dokkan. But until then, take care. Peace.